Welcome back to another videos. Join us for the latest news, insights, and updates on the Iraqi dinar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's explore the world of the Iraqi dinar together. The context of the paragraph revolves around Iraq's ongoing monetary reform and the significant shifts anticipated in its financial system. The essence is that Iraq is nearing a pivotal transformation in how it handles its currency and monetary policy, with emphasis on the cessation of dollar auctions by the end of the year. These auctions have historically played a crucial role in stabilizing the value of the Iraqi dinar, IQD, relative to the US dollar. However, with their imminent end, Iraq faces the challenge of transitioning to a new system where the Iraqi dinar must stand on its own without the direct support of the dollar. The idea of Iraq being 95% done with monetary reform highlights that the country has made substantial progress in aligning its financial system with international standards and preparing for a revaluation or potential floating of its currency. This assertion comes from the statements made by Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani and the Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, Ali Mohsen al-Ilak, who have consistently communicated their commitment to economic reforms. The remaining 5% represents a complex set of tasks and negotiations that may include addressing outstanding technical, political, and economic issues. These could range from securing full compliance with international financial regulations to navigating diplomatic demands, potentially involving figures like former US President Donald Trump, whose policies might have had lasting implications on Iraq's economic reforms. The dollar auctions served a dual purpose. First, they provided the necessary liquidity to stabilize the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. By auctioning dollars, the CBI was able to meet the demand for foreign currency in international trade, thus ensuring price stability within Iraq. Second, the auctions served as a tool to curb inflation by controlling the supply of the dinar in the domestic market. However, reliance on dollar auctions also made the Iraqi economy vulnerable to external pressures, including US sanctions, and limited the full autonomy of the CBI in managing its monetary policy. With the end of dollar auctions, Iraq must now look toward alternative mechanisms to stabilize its currency and ensure economic stability. The key question raised is what Iraq will do when it no longer has access to the dollar through auctions and is prohibited from using it in domestic transactions. This signals a significant shift in policy, where Iraq must strengthen its dinar to fill the void left by the dollar's absence. Achieving a very good exchange rate for the dinar becomes crucial in this scenario. A robust exchange rate would not only instill confidence in the dinar domestically but also position it as a viable currency in international trade and investment. The assertion that Iraq is preparing for a significant change in its currency exchange regime aligns with observations that monetary reform is not just about technical adjustments but also about reshaping public perception and trust in the dinar. The emphasis on a very good exchange rate suggests that Iraq might aim for a level that reflects the country's economic potential, bolstered by its vast oil reserves and improving fiscal health. However, achieving this requires more than just policy changes. It involves overcoming challenges such as corruption, enhancing banking infrastructure, and integrating with global financial systems. The remaining 5% of the monetary reform, as speculated, could involve various unresolved issues. These might include meeting conditions set by international bodies like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, addressing compliance concerns with anti-money laundering, AML, and counter-terrorism financing, CTF, regulations, and implementing structural reforms in Iraq's banking and financial sectors. Additionally, there might be geopolitical dimensions, such as negotiations with influential stakeholders like the US, where figures like Donald Trump may have played a role in shaping expectations and requirements for Iraq's reform trajectory. From an economic standpoint, the end of dollar auctions and the push for a strengthened dinar are interconnected. The auctions were a stopgap measure that allowed Iraq to manage its exchange rate during a period of instability. With growing calls for economic sovereignty and the internationalization of the Iraqi financial system, it is logical to phase out these auctions and allow the dinar to reflect its true market value. This transition might involve moving toward a managed float or even a free float, depending on how prepared Iraq is to handle market volatility. Public communication by Iraqi leadership, emphasizing that the country is close to completing its monetary reform, serves multiple purposes. It reassures the population that progress is being made, signals to international markets and investors that Iraq is on the path to economic modernization, and sets the stage for the eventual rollout of the reformed monetary system. The repeated mention of being 95% done is also a strategic way to build anticipation and manage expectations, framing the reform as a near certainty rather than a speculative endeavor. The interplay between domestic policy, international diplomacy, and economic strategy underscores the complexity of Iraq's monetary reform. Removing the dollar from circulation within Iraq and ending the auctions marks a bold move toward self-reliance. However, this requires substantial preparation to ensure that dinar can maintain stability and competitiveness in a challenging economic environment. The success of this reform will depend on the CBI's ability to implement sound monetary policies, the government's commitment to broader economic reforms, and the trust of Iraqi citizens in their national currency. In summary, the paragraph encapsulates the critical juncture at which Iraq finds itself. The end of dollar auctions signifies the culmination of one era and the beginning of another, where the dinar must stand as the cornerstone of Iraq's financial system. The journey from being 95% done to full implementation of monetary reform is fraught with challenges, but it also presents an opportunity for Iraq to redefine its economic identity and assert greater independence in the global financial arena. Thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share our videos. Your support keeps our channel going. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.